Adams County, winner of the 2013 Large Community of the Year Award from the Economic Development Council of Colorado. It's not Star Trek, but with the excitement building in the aviation and aerospace community, you'd almost think it is.
We're going to transition Front Range Airport, which is the last general aviation airport constructed in Colorado, into a spaceport. Not only a spaceport, but America's hub for commercial space transportation research and development.
We want to make sure that Colorado is ahead of the curve, and that's what's happening right now with the establishment of Spaceport Colorado.
Spaceport Colorado will be built just to the east of the new tower at Front Range Airport in Adams County.
The proximity of the potential spaceport to Denver International Airport puts us in the middle of the country, puts us at the epicenter of moving around the world space travel.
It will mean potentially point-to-point transportation, a couple of hours to Delhi or Johannesburg for people that want to travel quickly on a suborbital type flight.
Realistically, while that's still years down the road, the preparation and support systems are at full speed ahead and loaded with economic benefits.
The spaceport, I think, will attract a lot of technology, a lot of high-end, high-paying jobs.
Colorado's own Sierra Nevada is already on target to build the Dream Chaser, which looks like a smaller version of the Space Shuttle Orbiter.
In the last few years, we've been developing a program called the Dream Chaser, which is an orbital space vehicle that will take astronauts and crew to the International Space Station and also do things in space, servicing of things in space that will be needed. It's a true Colorado project, and if things work out, we could have all the elements of that entire space system being run and managed or built here in Colorado.
Plus, Sierra Nevada is helping to build the engines for Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic prototype for space travel. Companies here are also gaining the leverage to support other possible space vehicles, such as the X-Core and future offerings. As for potential, Front Range Airport has more expansion acres than Los Angeles Airport to build an entire technological support park.
Talking about space planes, that's new, that's cool, that's exciting, but it really is about jobs and about the economy.
The opportunity, I think, is for the flow down for the smaller companies. Just what it brings in terms of high levels of high-paying jobs and skilled positions from machining to engineering, it's going to be a real boom.
Intrex Aerospace is just one of those companies, already manufacturing precision specialized parts for aviation and aerospace, and is growing at 20% per year.
As we've projected out in the next 4 or 5 years, we see a very, very steady growth pattern for that.
In fact, Intrex is now moving to a plant nearly 3 times the size of its present location to handle the growth.
The world becomes your oyster in that case, and it's nice that it's a local oyster.
Front Range Airport is also working to establish a full-spectrum flight training center for remotely piloted vehicles, UAVs as they're called.
This really does take you up into the complex unmanned aircraft system technology.
This smaller prototype is like an adult version of a radio-controlled plane with a couple $100,000 of sophisticated radar, sensors, and navigation equipment added, and registered with the FAA. The full-size UAV will be called the Sandstorm, capable of everything from crop dusting to firefighting to search and rescue.
We can monitor the front line of forest fires, locate skiers lost in avalanches, locate hikers.
The UAV field is so promising that Denver University has moved its robotics lab from the main campus to Front Range Airport's aerospace building.
We will be able to do experimental studies with our systems. We cannot do this on campus. We have a program which is called Mechatronic Systems Engineering, which is basically the combination of mechanical, electrical, and computer engineering. DU now has capabilities to develop frames in our laboratories. Our unique expertise are in these Class 1 unmanned systems and the package that we design so these systems are autonomous. From that point of view, we are unique.
Dr. Valavanis and his team will not only work on perfecting the ground and helicopter units, but also seamlessly integrating these UAVs into the airspace with piloted planes.
We're going to do research on how to actually get these vehicles working in conjunction with manned vehicles, in conjunction with the air traffic controllers, in a safe way predictable so that we know what's going to happen. Some of the police operations around the country are using something similar to the larger helicopters to go into situations where they don't want to put their officers to get more information out.
The future applications at Spaceport Colorado are nearly endless, from suborbital space travel to UAVs to high-level support and technology. As the nation's second-largest space economy, Colorado's role is power-packed.
That's the exciting part for me, is to think about how private industry will take root at the Colorado Spaceport and bring up these new technologies and find new uses for space that benefit our lives here on Earth.
It's a supercharged excitement that's growing around the future.
It's a life-changing experience, and it will be open to people.
And while Adams County is the pinpoint in the map, I think from Adams County to the western slope, from the northern borders to the southern borders of Colorado, we can really drive in and make this one of the biggest success stories in Colorado's history.
All developing a groundswell at Adams County's Front Range Airport, where the stars, literally, are the limit.